So I guess we're all a little bit queer.
Me too?
Of course, Teddy. Why don't I teach you a little song about unicorns to help you remember? Horses with horns are called unicorns. Some other horses shout, 'cause unicorns stand out. But unicorns never fear when horses call them queer, 'cause queer means different. Queer means different, and being different is what makes you you.
Children do not have to learn about this shit. Cricket stuff is cringe as fuck, so let's get on with it. Got it. Got it!
Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and this is my best friend Teddy, and today we're talking about feminism.
Oh good, that's my favorite subject.
Do you remember when we talked about gender?
Of course.
Well, here's the truth. Sometimes things are unfair. One of the biggest things that's unfair is that people are treated different than others. Because of their gender, girls are not always treated the same as boys.
Yeah, they usually win divorce settlements, child custody battles, have lighter jail sentences, they get to keep their genitals intact when they're born, easy access to domestic abuse shelters, can choose not to sign up for the draft.
Rosie the Riveter actually comes from a time when girls were finally allowed to have jobs that only boys had. That's why she's so important.
Rosie originally wasn't supposed to be a symbol of female empowerment. She was actually just a painting for a company called Westinghouse. And the painting wasn't even used as feminist propaganda until the 1980s when a bunch of women's rights activists found it and started using it. The model it was inspired by worked in the factory for a few weeks before quitting. She actually quit because she was a dedicated cello player and didn't want to fuck up her hand.
Girls still aren't paid as much as boys for the same job.
Boy.
The wage gap is simply the average earnings of men and women working full-time. It does not count for different job positions, hours worked, or different jobs. It has nothing to do with the same job. It has nothing to do with discrimination.
Feminism is the belief that boys and girls should be treated as equals.
I believe that.
Then you're a feminist, Teddy.
No, Teddy, you can also be called an egalitarian or a decent human being, but we can't use those labels because those don't bring people into the board. You're either a feminist or you're an MRA, alt-right, Nazi, fascist, Trump-supporting white man. There's no in-between. Sorry, Teddy.
We want to know how you're a feminist. Let us know in the comments below.
Oh.
LGBT is an acronym.
What's an acronym?
LOL is an acronym for Laugh Out Loud. FBI is an acronym for the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Why is this so funny? That's so random. Why FBI? Is she trying to tell us something? Oh shit! Lindsay, quick! Act awkward as fuck if you're in trouble.
L, G, B.
Oh god, we have to save her.
Teddy, do you know any acronyms?
Yes. I know that LASER, L-A-S-E-R, is an acronym. It stands for Light Amplification by Stimulated Emission of Radiation.
What the heck? I actually learned something.
You might also see LGBTQ+.
Girl, your targeted demographic is just now learning the alphabet. Don't be throwing symbols and numbers and shit in now, come on.
Where the I stands for intersex and the A stands for asexual or ally.
Ally, because straight people want to be included in the LGBT soup too. Why not?
That's so many letters and words. I don't know how you keep it straight.
They don't keep it straight, Teddy! They keep it gay! Jesus Christ, you homophobic shitlord! Have you learned nothing? Little bitch knows what laser stands for, but can't even—
Everyone who's included in the letters in these acronyms is a part of the same community.
That's nice, but did you know the B in LGBT suddenly disappears when they find out I'm not a feminist? I suddenly turn into an evil straight person in the eyes of your community, because everyone who disagrees with them is straight, and white, and a male, and cis. and right-leaning.
L stands for lesbian.
Oh god, Lindsay, at least wait till your target audience is past the point of needing colorful blocks and songs to learn things before you teach them about double-sided dildos and scissoring. God, Obama's America.
A lesbian is a girl who loves other girls.
Okay, I really hate how she keeps describing sexuality as loving people. I understand that she has to simplify it for her audience because she knows for a fact she shouldn't be talking about this stuff to them. But kids love their moms, kids love their dads, kids love their teachers, kids love their friends, kids love their families, kids love their dogs. You're gonna have them thinking they're gay or lesbians for loving people. There's absolutely nothing about dating here or anything, it's just love. Oh, you're a girl and you love your mommy? You're a lesbian.
But I thought that's what gay means.
It's all the same, Teddy. They're all going to the same place in the end. In the ground, rotting, 'cause God not real.
Teddy, I have a question for you. What does a lesbian look like?
Don't they all look like you, Lindsay?
Anyway, it shouldn't matter whether someone is gay or lesbian or one gender or another or both
Both. So you agree there's two.
or somewhere in between.
Oh.
And if you want to learn more about what lesbian is, you can always ask your grown-up.
Hello?
Gregory, what's a lesbian?
What? How did you even hear that word? Did you get past the parental control?
B stands for bisexual.
Does anyone find it creepy that the word sex is in a show for toddlers?
Bisexual is when you love people of both genders.
That's so cool. That's a lot of people to love.
Yeah, being bisexual is awesome.
It's not awesome. It's not a lot of people to love. What the hell? Unless you're polyamorous, like you date a lot of people, being bi has fuck all to do with loving multiple people. One of my favorite all-time quotes actually comes from an anti-feminist. He said, "Bi people eventually choose a side." Like, no shit, you mean they eventually settle down in a long-term relationship with one person? They're not just the town bicycle forever, just fucking everyone left and right, hopping dick to dick, vagina to dick, vagina until they die?
But I have another question. What about people who aren't girls or boys? Like me, since I'm a Teddy and I use they.
There's actually another word for that. It's
Retarded.
pansexual.
Pansexual doesn't really make sense to me because if you're agender, gray gender, and all those 72 genders, you still come off as biologically male or biologically female. Depending on who's looking at you, of course, there's like androgynous looking people, but you always look like more either or. Since gender is in the mind, is it not? Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Correct me. Debate me in the ring, bro. One-on-one live.
Do you remember when your little baby bear brother was born?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember the very first thing you learned about the new baby bear in your life?
That he cried a lot?
No, Teddy.
Excuse me, Lindsay, why are you dictating this man's memories?
You probably learned that your little baby bear brother was your little baby bear brother. That your new sibling was a boy. They tell parents that their baby is a boy or a girl. That's called a gender assignment.
That's called looking at a newborn's genitals and determining if they're biologically male or female.
Now I'm confused.
Me too, Teddy. I feel your pain. I'm really glad you're here with me on this journey, you know? I feel like you're just like my spirit animal.
Oh, so the doctors are wrong sometimes?
Fuck! You fucked it up, Teddy! No, the doctors are not wrong!
There's also another word you should know. It's the word cisgender. Someone who is cisgender does identify with the gender they're assigned.
200% mad. Your target is clearly toddlers and very, very young kids. Why would they need to know any of this? It's only gonna confuse the hell out of them, especially saying things like being gay is cool. When you love another boy, you're gay. A better way to go about this would probably be something like this. Some people have two mommies or two daddies.
Really?
Yep, I have a dad and a daddy. Teach tolerance of other people, and eventually when they're older, they'll understand. Talking about gender, and especially sexuality, would make more sense if your target audience was like 8 or 9 or 10-year-olds. This is clearly your own opinions and things you learned in gender studies under the guise of like a cute, friendly kids TV show. Could you imagine if I voiced all my opinions like this? All together now, 2 bombs weren't enough. Anime is trash. Nobody cares what I have to say. What are your opinions? Do you think this is okay? Do you think it's terrible? Do you think I'm just like, think of the children? And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!